Good morning. Today on Mundane Man, we're going to do the ever exciting taking down the Christmas lights, something that probably should have been done in February. However, we've had such crappy weather this year that there was so much snow and stuff I couldn't really get a ladder out there, and also it was just plain cold, so I didn't feel like doing it. So first thing we need to do is get the truck out of the garage, lower down my storage unit up there, because that's where I keep my bins for the Christmas lights. Get them set up and then pull the ladder out and start taking down the lights. So let's get at it. Well, that part went pretty easy. These new LED lights with these eaves trough clips on them, the best. Makes for hanging lights on the eaves troughs very easy. And these other ones I've been using for years. They're getting harder to find, but they're multi-use clip. Clip them on the eaves trough, you can slip your light in there, you can do all kinds of just about any angle you want. Getting hard to find though. One thing I found out too is when you're taking your Christmas lights down in the hot weather, which you don't normally do, I usually do it in the winter, these things break pretty easy. Holds about 250 pounds. And you get all kinds of stuff up there off the floor that, I get shelves and stuff that are full of crap too, but at least that stuff's out of the way. Christmas stuff you don't even think about until twice a year, so it's perfect. Okay, the next task for today is I'm going to take a bunch of junk to the eco station. So I get some old oil, there's 4 old tires out on the sidewalk I'm tired of tripping from over. I'm going to get rid of them. Off we go to the eco station. It is hot today. It's 21, it's supposed to go up to 24 I think, which is unusual for us in April, but after such a long winter I'll take it. So let's head to the eco station, get rid of these old tires and oil, and might call it a day. Apparently 1,000 people had the same idea as me. Well, I guess I'll just relax and listen to some nice music while we're waiting. You won't hear the same music I'm listening to due to copyright issues, but whatever.
Alright, so what do you have?
I got 4 tires and some old engine oil. Hi there.
What do you got?
Tires and engine oil.
Okay, engine oil inside the building. Tires, there's a tire cage there. Just make sure they're out of the bags.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, so what have we done today? We took down the Christmas lights, packed up tires and oil and took it to the eco station. What I didn't show is I went to Costco, get some stuff, and then I got gas because gas was, I used premium in my truck, and it was 14 cents a liter cheaper than the gas station. So the last thing I'm going to do now is, today is 24 or 25. It's going to cool off, but I want to just make sure our central air conditioning is working, so let's go to that next. That's this thing keeps telling me what door I've opened.
Garage door.
just in case you were wondering. Okay, so the first thing we do is go to the thermostat, go to system, turn it on to cool. Done. Outdoor temp or indoor temperature is 23.5 right now. It's set to 22.5. So it says waiting for equipment, so it should fire up right away. Now it says cool on, and I heard it kick in. So at the very least it's running. I can hear the compressor going. Fan is spinning. Heat coming out of it, which is a good sign. So far everything's good. Coil looks clean. And I had this put in independently, and he put in a big ass unit which keeps the house fairly cool. However, we have a vaulted ceiling upstairs and south exposure, so it's tough to keep the house balanced because the main floor gets colder than the upstairs, and it seems like no matter what I'm sweating. So okay, let's go to the basement now and check on the furnace side, make sure things are going good. Here we are at the furnace. It's pretty dark in here. I hope you can see. Let's turn on this light too. Fan is going. Everything feels like it's working normally. Ductwork is nice and cold, so there's definitely cold air blowing through there. So that's good news. We had this put in 3 years ago, so there's no reason why it shouldn't be working. So what I'm going to do, I have a infrared thermal temperature detector, and I'm going to grab that, check the temperature at the ducts, make sure, you know, we should see, I want to say between 13 and 15 degree Celsius air, and make sure that that's what it's doing. But by the feel of the ductwork, though, it's good and cold. Okay, where did I put it? There it is. Fluke 66 infrared thermometer. Basically, you just check the temperature of things with it. Hopefully my battery lasts long enough. That thermostat says 77, this one's reading 81, so I would have a tendency to believe this more than what's on the thermostat. So we'll just shine it into some ducts and see what the temperature is. Okay. This one's showing 59, well, 60 degrees if I shine it right into the duct. 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Not sure what that is in Celsius. Hey Google, what's 60 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius?
60 degrees Fahrenheit equals 15.556 degrees Celsius.
That's what I expected. Let's check one upstairs. Yes. And that one is about 66. Let's take that out. I'm getting a little dirty in there. 64. So there's probably still some latent heat in the ductwork that it hasn't cooled off because the air conditioner's only been running for what, 5 minutes. So we're gonna let it run for now and see. We started at what, 23.5. I had the thermostat set for 22.5, So we'll see how long it takes it to bring the temperature down to that 22.5. Should be no more than an hour, I would think. So we will check back later. Okay, well that took longer than it was supposed to, in my mind anyways. So here we are, we're set at 22.5, indoor temperature is 22.5, and our outdoor temperature is 23.5. Now, it took about 2 hours to get from, I think we were at 23.5 down to 22.5, but this is, I guess what they call an intelligent thermostat, where it's monitoring outside temperature. And on the furnace, I'll show you, there's a couple of sensors that show supply air temperature and the return air temperature. So here you can see there's a supply air sensor going back to this module, and somewhere around here, there it is. That's the return air temperature. So what it's doing, it's monitoring what it's supplying for temperature, what the air is coming back at, and even though it needed only 1 degree temperature change, it still took over 2 hours to do that because it's monitoring these sensors to determine overall house comfort. So if the return air temperature is still relatively high, and even though the thermostat says it's gotten to the proper temperature, the furnace or air conditioning unit will continue to run for that amount of time. So that is why it took 2 hours. So good to know it's still working though. And we go upstairs back to the outside unit. Still feels hot when you come up from the basement. The basement's only like 18 degrees now. So you can see this is cycled off. The compressor's not running, fan's not spinning. So we are good. So I'm going to leave it in air conditioning mode for the rest of the evening. Let it cycle on and cycle off. Get the house down to a reasonable temperature. And tomorrow it's only supposed to be, I think they said 11, so go from 26 or 27 to 11. What can you expect in this environment? So, but air conditioning works, so that's perfect. Till next time, we'll see you again.